I used to live in a place where the neighbour had 2 dogs that were kept caged up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. I couldn't stand by and watch that and see these dogs every time I came out of my front door, so I got the okay to walk them. But little did I know that was going to create a big problem. I knew these dogs had lived this life of confinement for years, this miserable existence of just nothing but this cage. So I thought these dogs would actually be a bit brain dead and a bit vacant and not particularly nice dogs. But I thought I'd just get them out every day and give them an exercise. But much to my surprise, they were lovely, lovely dogs. Intelligent, responsive, alert. They were amazing, and they were desperate to get out of this confinement. Absolutely desperate. This is Future Self here, just interrupting as I edit this video, because some of you might be thinking, well, it's obvious that they were desperate to get out, wouldn't they be in that situation? But trust me when I say they were different and they were desperate, because there are a lot of dogs here in this situation in Portugal. And just here the other day there was one, oh my gosh, she was the sweetest girl, but she was soulless. There was nothing there. She'd lost the will to live. I mean, there was just nothing there. She was so sweet, but absolutely crushed. So that is why these two, their desperation was absolutely contagious, and it just totally got to me and took me over to the point where I had no control over how I felt. I knew someone that had recently lost a dog and was looking for a rescue dog to rehome and provide a loving home to, and they was keen to home these dogs. So I asked the owner if I could give the dogs a better life and if he would give them up to me. But it was a resounding no. I tried all different tactics, money, bribery, guilt, but nothing worked. I then left the dogs when I went off full-time house sitting. I promise, I'm going to get you out. I'm going to get you out. I'm so sorry. I spent 3 years living a nomadic life, exploring Portugal through house sitting, and all the time I carried on pestering about these dogs. I pestered and pestered, but the answer was still no, no, and always no. But one day, out of the blue, I got a yes. But there was a big problem. 3 years had passed. 3 years I'd been pestering and trying to get them dogs out. So the home that I had earmarked for them that opportunity had long passed, and that was no longer an option. But what was I going to do? I wanted to get them dogs out of that hellhole. So I had to take them myself. And it doesn't really work homing a couple of dogs when you don't have a home. I was on a long-term house sit at the time. At the time I got the yes, I had about a month left of this sit to do. So therefore I had to set about pronto finding somewhere to live so that I could home these dogs, which I did. So that brings me here to today. So initially I had a place in the Braga district, and it was great space for the dogs. The electric gate was broken, and that did cause some problems with the dogs getting out a couple of times. But once I had that disconnected, because it was just randomly opening, it was bizarre. I had it disconnected and just firmly kept it locked up. So once that was sorted, the garden was a great space for the dogs to get initiated into their new life of freedom. That place wasn't suitable to stay, so I came here where I knew I could only rent this place for 6 months, because it's an Airbnb that's used in the summer. And they have bookings from April onwards. So we find ourselves struggling a bit to find a new place to rent, because the problem is the dogs need a garden or outside space, but I only need somewhere small, very small and basic. I just need a functioning kitchen and a bathroom, and I can put my mattress on the floor. I don't care. I don't need anything. I don't even need a dining table. I don't need furniture. But I just need somewhere. I'm going on a tangent a bit, but I'm just saying what I don't need. But I need somewhere small but houses in Portugal are generally very big, let alone to get somewhere with a garden or outside space. It's going to be too big. I haven't got the resources to pay for a load of space that I am not going to be using, won't be using, don't need. So my other option is, if I do get somewhere, if I can find somewhere bigger where the landlord doesn't mind me subletting, I can rent out a room to share with somebody, I don't mind. So the purpose of this video, perhaps I should have said that right at the beginning, is to my friends here on YouTube that are in Portugal, and I know there are quite a few of you, if you do know of anything or hear of anything, I am putting it out there to the universe because we need help. Do let me know. I will put my email address up, even though for anybody, many of you do contact me, but many of you do say you need to contact me and you can't, but everybody can, because my email is in the About section of YouTube, and it is also under every single video in the video description. But I know some of you watch on TVs. Oh God, the thought of that. But anyway, I'll put it up on the screen. Now, I've got to tell you something about the dogs. I tell you what, there is So the dogs initially have always lived outside, and even at my place before, my door was always open and they could come in, but they just preferred to be outside. Even here, they kind of like to be outside. However, unlike in the Braga district where it doesn't get very cold, it's very nice up there because you don't get frost and minus temperatures. So it's often the dogs, I actually put a thermometer in the dog's kennel and it was actually warmer than inside the house, I kid you not. Here it gets very frosty at night, so I let the dogs come into the little hallway here where there is a sofa, and Terry discovered the sofa. Oh my God, it's not an exaggeration to say this sofa has changed Terry's little life. He absolutely loves it. I can't work out how and why he loves this sofa so much. It is his happy place. And now I'm just thinking, all I can think about with moving is, oh my God, Terry's not going to have a sofa. Oh, and if you just think I can buy him a dog bed, I can't, because he will rip up the dog bed. He is the dog bed vandal. Nelson loves a bed, and he has ripped up 3 beds and several blankets. But the sofa is too big for that. So, but I can't get over how much he loves it. It is his real happy place. He just, after our evening walk or just our evening go out for a pee, it's almost as if he thinks, I'm getting in on that sofa before she shuts the door, and I'm not staying outside. I can't tell you how much he loves it. I'll put some pictures up. But anyway, it is evening walkies time, and but yeah, seriously, anyone here in Portugal who knows of anything, 3 to 6 months is, 3 months is probably a bit too short for what is happening next, but 3 to 6 months, yeah, I just thought it was my turn to maybe ask you guys for some help for a change. Right, the other issue is, you see this face? This is not the face of a cute dog. This is the face of, I don't even know, I can't even describe this dog. I can't even describe this dog. So I need a very secure fence. This is the biggest problem, because I have had several places that have been suitable, but this one, it's can't stay there because there's either cats or there's animals nearby. He needs secure fencing, and I'm sorry I'm not being very articulate about this, but he's just undescribable. I'll show you one day, or maybe I'll stick some footage at the end of the video. But he is a troubled little soul. He is a bit of a psychopath. Honestly, you won't believe me, but I tell you, some of you know Nelson. Please back me up in the comments if you're here. But anyway, he used to growl. For a year I've had to put up with him growling when I kiss him, but he's given up now because I just completely ignore him. Don't I, Nelson? Don't I? Not even a little growl. Wow, we have come a long way. Sorry, that wincing is Terry because he's jealous that Nelson is up here. So yes, this is the main problem, but he is a very good naughty boy. As long as you're not a sheep or a chicken or a cat or another dog, then everything's fine. But anyway, that's the situation we are in. Look at this idiot. Look at him. Oh gosh, Terry wants to go. Hang on, Terry wants to go. Yes, Terry, but you're too big. Say hello, Terry. We love you too. Terry is the sweetest dog. He is... Actually, to be honest, between the two of them, they make my life very, very difficult, because where Nelson is good, say for example in the car or when it comes to beds, it's fine. But anyway, they are what they are. Bloody bane of my life.